Hello and welcome to my thoughts on post-processing or editing. So for me, editing is a personal preference. There are specific edits that I like for my creative vision, and I found a client base that likes those types of edits as well. So your creative vision may either be in line with mine, or maybe you have a completely different view on how to edit a specific photo to fulfill your creative vision. That doesn't make one or the other right or wrong. So over the course of many years, my editing style has changed numerous times. And as I look back at photos that I've edited 10, 15, or more years ago, they are completely different than they are today. Back then, I was more inclined to follow the herd or the current fad of the year. So in hindsight, I did my clients a disservice since those edits are now outdated. And my current post-processing workflow is a direct evolution of that discovery. So the edits I offer my clients now will last a lifetime without being outdated, but I still offer my creative vision at the same time. Although the creative edits that I used to do are now toned down or have a classic twist to them. So how you edit and in what sequence will largely be due to your own personal photographic style and your artistic vision. So you have to decide before editing what is your desired outcome for a finished edit. That's half the battle right there. Do you want a clean, natural look, a soft, elegant look, or are you trying to create something completely different and artistic? And then you also have to decide, does your photo require retouching? Are you going to do dodging and burning or other types of custom edits to fulfill your creative vision? So if you're just starting out with editing your images yourself, or maybe you've been doing it a while and you don't have a workflow in place and you're not really sure where to start or what your creative vision is, and you really don't know your specific style, chances are you probably have a photographer who is your mentor. You like their style, you really like and wish to replicate that specific type of editing style. Now, in that case, you also have to consider how that photographer's images are captured. For example, do they use natural or artificial light? What time of day do they shoot? What ISO settings are they using? If they're shooting at sunlight with artificial light as fill and you're shooting mid-afternoon in open sun, then you're not going to be able to accurately mimic their editing style. Even if they gave you their own personal pre-made actions, the results will not be 100% the same. And this brings us to one of the most asked questions that I get from students, and that is, where do I start my editing in Photoshop? And they're often surprised by my answer, which is, editing does not start in Photoshop or Lightroom or any other editing software. Editing starts in camera. It starts by capturing the proper exposure, white balance, and composition at time of capture. And doing so has many advantages. Do those three things in camera, and you will not have to spend the time to fix it in Photoshop. As a professional photographer, time is money. Imagine how much time you'll save over the course of a year, which will give you the time to take on more clients. Now, if you're only an amateur at this time, well, saving time should be important for you as well. Would you rather spend more time in front of the computer or less? What would you do with an extra hour per week? Would you shoot more, or would you spend more time with family? Now, that doesn't mean we take the creative process out of the equation. It means we strive to be better photographers by doing what we can in camera first. The less you have to fix an image, the higher the quality of your digital file. So editing starts in camera, and you should be using Photoshop as a means to complete your creative vision and not as a way to fix your images. When you do that, you'll be able to edit quicker and have a higher quality image at the same time. So in the next lesson, I'm going to provide my own personal workflow that we're going to use in this course, and this is the same workflow that allows me to get fast, consistent results. So use it as a baseline to start building your own personal workflow. So if you're ready to get started on that, let's do it.